All right, let's get back into that Dragon Cancer. There's not much, I don't really have a lot to add. It's just, it's getting heavy. It's getting heavy, but like I said in the first video, I feel like, as much as I don't want to say important, I feel like this is a game that should be played, experienced, seen, shared. So, okay. Dehydration. I think we started this.
Huh. The sunset looks pretty from here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we had started this.
On the wall. Better than the muted colors of this hospital. Why they choose blues and greens? The ones who choose the colors that heal.
That has been proven. Greens and blues, like pastel colors, they tend to be very calming.
For comfort.
As opposed to
stripes.
Reds, yellows, and oranges, that makes you more apprehensive. That's why you'll find a lot of those kind of colors on the walls.
I hate vinyl.
And I agree. Okay, let's hop up and start seeing. Start seeing, feeling, doing, and thinking. I've got a feeling,
Blue.
Oh.
Purple.
Yep.
The ocean, maybe? No. Under the ocean. Silent. Warm. And salty. Like tears.
Damn. Like,
he won't stop crying.
As difficult as this would be to play,
miserable.
It had to have been
that we're here.
Significantly harder to record and to write. I don't like this. The sounds are awful. And
it's okay, Jolie.
Jolie, right?
Whoa!
Wait! Whoa! Arcade machine. Why is there an arcade machine? Does that start? It's a broken. Oh, right. It's the arcade machine from before. It's broken though. Gotcha. Whoa. Hey, bud. So that's busted. And the crying is very loud. And I understand why, but damn. Ah. Like I said, I can't.
Here we go. Bouncing around. Do you like that? Oh, I love your giggle.
Oh, man.
Bounce around. Is that funny? A bounce, a bounce, a bounce, bounce, bounce.
This is almost so personal, I feel like I shouldn't be experiencing it. Like, this is such an unromanticized look at all of this.
I'm hungry.
What?
He's hungry.
Part of me feels like this is just too... It's too personal. This is too intimate. Like, I mean... And in terms of gameplay and everything like that, it's not a game. It's almost an endurance test. It's challenging you to say, can you go through this in a virtual environment?
He hits the box.
Now try and imagine what it was like when it was actually happening. I cannot imagine it. Cannot imagine that hell. And I'm glad that he
drinks it greedily.
That he took this and turned it into something like this.
Breathe, kiddo.
I'd seen people complaining that
wipe his face of snot.
This was exploitative.
And juice. And then he vomits. I catch it. I always catch it.
I don't believe this is exploitative at all.
I know you're thirsty, buddy, but you'll throw it up. Don't grab too hard. You'll squirt all the juice out. Here, let me have
How about that? You know, like, we celebrate albums or films made in tribute to lost relatives, so why not a game? Why does the medium being interactive mean suddenly it's tasteless or somehow exploiting the tragedy? I don't think it is.
I can't make you feel better.
Especially, you know, like it's not like the game is some silliness.
I'll hold you.
I could understand that. some silly like slapdash cash grab, but this is
You look so miserable.
this is so far beyond that. I'm sorry if I'm...
Don't hit your head on the bars, Joel. Joel! I know you're mad. Please stop. Please. Stop. I shake. I weep. I pray. I plead. I need peace.
We still doing more? I can only talk so much over this, because I don't want to pull away from this experience. But at the same time,
You are there.
you know,
I want you.
it's throwing so many thoughts into my head.
And you've brought us this far. He's still here. Not dead. Not there. With you. God, I want him here with me. Please.
This game makes me turn in my man card by the end of it. Then I apologize.
Thank you.
But shit. Because this is such a direct look at what he went through over this time. You know, something that I don't feel like any game has really done. Many have tried to give players some sort of feeling of what it's like to deal with. You know, I've seen games that...
There's a story in the Bible where Jesus and his disciples are on a boat. And a furious storm hits the sea, and everyone thinks they're gonna die.
I've seen them do anxiety and depression and things like that.
Going alongside them,
I've never seen anything like this.
he's asleep. In the back of the boat.
Oh, I'm going that way. I didn't see the kid.
Wake him up and they say, "Don't you care if we drown?" So Jesus gets up and he says to the storm, "Quiet, be still." And the sea becomes completely calm. Then he asks his disciples why they are so scared and if they have any faith at all.
There's
Frustrated with him.
the eternal question.
Because even though Jesus said,
Any
"Let's
faith
go to
at all?"
the other side of the lake, his disciples thought he was gonna just let them die.
Whoa, what? Oh, what? Well, now what? Now who or what have I become? Because as I mentioned, this game has a lot of shifting perspectives. Oh!
So Joel died. Everyone does eventually, I suppose.
Scant comfort to say everyone dies eventually. And I've heard that before. You know, I've heard people say that to me whenever they get bad medical news or whatever, and they'll say something like, well, we all gotta go sometime, and I don't know if anyone ever actually... if anyone actually believes that when they say it, or if that's something that we say in the hopes that the mantra will sink into our minds, if, you know, just by sheer repetition. I don't know. I mean, I've obviously never been there personally.
And that if he does die, will Jesus even care? Will he weep for him as he did for Lazarus? Will he weep for me? I think greater than my fear of death is that of insignificance.
Shit.
Or rather, my default assumption is that my thoughts and passions and loves and the stuff of my being are insignificant. How could the creator of all that is and ever was love my son as he did Lazarus? And could my soul stranded on this blue raft awash in a sea of stars, ice, and dust matter enough to him to turn his hand in mercy?
I'll tell you what I want. I want the transcript of this game. I want the full text of this game, because I feel like there's so many incredible quotes in this. And I would love to have, like, a copy of it just that I could actually read this.
Even while Jesus wept for Lazarus.
There's such profundity here.
He raised Lazarus from the dead.
Are we gonna go up? We're going up! We're going up! I don't know what's up, but we're going up! I also don't know what I am. I feel I'm a bird, right? Like, that's what I'm playing as at this moment. This particular juncture. Playing as a bitey bird. If I can find a perch. Okay, so now we got like a nice looking down from on high. Oh, hello.
I'm sorry. I should have known we'd both end up in the same place. We always do. It just scares me every time. I just really believe he'll be healed. I know you believe too, just when you act like that, I get all unsure.
I don't know that.
What do you mean?
Oh, this is a bad conversation. This is a bad conversation. And there's a linchpin to that. The idea of people who I guess their faith helps them feel like they know that things would be better. They don't think it, they don't believe it, they don't hope it. Where they truly know in their hearts. And I can totally understand how that would get people through in times of strife, but I feel like that's the kind of thing that, you know, when the situation really is hopeless in the sense that it won't end well, if that kind of thinking is more self-damaging than reinforcing, than reassuring. But I don't know, that's very much, I mean, that's a question I think we all grapple with, and I think it's, you know, I'm 30 years old, and as you get older, more people you know get sick, more relatives die, more friends start dying. And that's the kind of thing you sort of start asking yourself. But I don't have the answer. I don't. You know, these are the kind of things I think a lot of us sit and think about. You know, it's the old question, and I'm not going to get into deep religious conversations here, because that's not why this is here. But even if you don't believe in any of that stuff, it's hard to deny sometimes that it feels like if you did believe it, or that the story itself could be some source of consolation. The belief that, you know, to truly have in your heart the idea that, you know, God, Allah, whatever, knows that you're there, loves you, cares for you, and will look out for you. Maybe when you're staring into the abyss, it makes it a little easier to do so with some strength as opposed to just pure terror. But even so, to me, wouldn't that mean, you know, the flip side is, wouldn't that mean then, if things turn out very poorly, you feel betrayed? And I think that's how crises of faith often come about. And I don't know if, whoa, this is making, okay, alright, didn't, wow, that got real dark. That got super wow. There was a lot going on back there. I don't know if you could hear it, but it was rather unpleasant. I gotta keep these things lit, I think. I feel like I gotta keep them lit. But once again, the game doesn't seem to have, like, game in the traditional sense of... in the sense of, like, challenge-based anything. It's more explorative, but... I don't know if I can actually light everything. I don't know if I can do it. Come on, candles! one always refuses to be lit. Like, there's always one that doesn't seem to want to light. You see what I'm talking about? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what...
Lord, rise up. My God, come save him.
This is very perplexing.
Lord, rise up. My God, come save him. I will not let you go unless you bless him.
There's some anger to that. Damn. Alright, well... I see Joel. I mean, there he is. Do the keys help? Do these things help? Because I see all that stuff. There's like... Okay, we're gonna figure this stuff out. But like... There, you see? It doesn't really... It's like it doesn't want to have everything lit. Okay. Did it? Did I do good? Everything's lit. Everything's lit! Well, now they're not. What do I do? What do I do, game? Throw something at me. Throw me a hint, man. Explain to me your mysteries. I can't fall flat now. Oh. It seems to be a lot of the time, and this isn't the first time I've run into one of these, where it seems like it's just, you just play with it for a few moments until the game decides you've done enough. I actually, whenever I started up, because it had been a while, I forgot you can't, WASD. That's just, these are just looking around keys. Whoa! 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 Very nerve-wracking. Don't fade away! I thought things were gonna be better! No, I didn't. I knew they weren't gonna be better. Alright? Which is sort of a weird thing of playing a game like this, is knowing... kind of knowing ahead of time things are not going to be good.
Not in the fire. He was here. In a gentle whisper.
But at the same time, some part of me still has this weird, paradoxical, impossible hope that maybe it will get better, maybe things will be okay. But I know they won't. It's very beautiful. The art in this is just beautiful. You know, and it's simple, but not... It's simplistic, but not simple, I think is the way I'd put that. Because it's very carefully put together. Everything has a very distinct look to it, despite being low polygon. And by the way, I apologize if you keep seeing me do this. Because this ring keeps like flopping that way, and it bothers me, so you can see it's like uneven, so I kind of do one of those to flip them around. I don't know. And if I keep looking over here, it's because I have a timer there. Okay, well, let's start taking a look. What did Amy want to say?
So here we are. And the air is emptier without his laugh, and yet our hearts are still full. A different drink.
The eulogy.
And this ride we've been on for so long is silent. And so also the Lord. And so we sit here in this new silence and long for the music to start again and for the disc to spin again, even if it means going round and round for many more years. For at least we would be moving and Joel would be laughing here on earth and not only in heaven.
Dang.
But in this space, I sense his silence is only because he is drawing his breath. And now we know love and longing, empty and full, all in one moment. And I am grateful that we loved him well. and that we miss him well. And I hope that in the Lord's next breath, he will whisper his love song to you, his beloved, and that you will know him differently and more deeply. But now, we grieve in silence, yet not without his presence.
You know, I can only imagine the difficulty in being a priest who officiates funerals, especially if you do children's funerals. You know, we sort of often make fun or joke of the fact that they don't know that person, but they're pretending they do. They're trying to act all profound and everything like that. But you'd have to really care. You know, it couldn't just be something you just toss off. And at the same time, it would have to wear you down.
I'm glad you're here.
Like, just over time, it would just have to.
I like it too.
Oh, it's a little pug.
These pancakes.
I
Did
do.
you ever see pancakes like this? They're big as me.
They are.
The big ones is
Especially those there.
a little one is for my dog.
Well, what about me?
And now I got one.
I should get pancakes too.
Name it Banjo.
Manju. That's an odd little name.
Oh, Bubbles?
Bubbles. Yeah, kid. There's some bubbles. Yeah, how about that? Let's give you some bubbles. Let's give you all the bubbles.
Catch a bubble.
Come on.
To buy them.
Come on, Manju. I still don't get your name, but I'm gonna look that up later. See if I can figure out what it is. Do I just keep blowing bubbles?
That's bubbles.
Bubbles are fun. I was one of those big giant ones that you would see that it made a bubble so big you could put a person in
I
it.
can catch one.
I believe in you, bud. Here, let me help you out. I'll see if I can aim them right at you. Come on, catch a bubble.
I want my bubbles.
I'm doing the best I can. I only have so much breath.
I'm here, Andrew.
I'm getting old.
Have another pancake.
Oh,
You love syrup. Me too. Syrup is my favorite pie.
I feel like that's not healthy for that dog. But I'm not here to step on anyone's dreams. So we're just gonna keep bubbling from now until the end of existence.
Man, you love syrup. Me too. Syrup is my favorite pie.
Okay, yeah, I got that. I did. I understood that part. Yeah, I should probably go. Probably gonna head over in that bridge, over the bridge to Terabithia there. Oh, I'm floating. Never mind. I thought, my mistake. I thought something else. What is this now? I love the soundtrack. Everything's very ambient and atmospheric without being overbearing. I think I said this before. It would have been super easy for a game like this to just be a sledgehammer. But it's not. Thank you for making it. For Joel Evan Green. Damn. Alright, I don't think there's gonna be... Fuck. Okay, just turned 5. A Numinous Games production. I actually don't know if they've done... what other games this company has done. Hell, I don't even know where do you get... I mean... Can you make another game after this? You know, whether you did or not, is it possible to... Or is this just a game that was made purely as a product of passion and then just... They move on with their lives? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Shit, man. Shit. Alright, I think I'm just gonna see if we can get through to the credits here, back to the opener. We'll let this roll in the back. I mean, there's a lot to say about a game like this, and I believe that this could be very divisive between people who think that this was a touching tribute and those who think it was exploitative and cynical. But I truly believe it's the former. You know, as like I said earlier, just 10 minutes ago or so, if people can write, you know, people celebrated like Kanye West's, what was it, 808s and Heartbreak for being about his mom. Same with Tool's 10,000 Days, because that was about his mother's 10,000 days before she died. I don't see why this is any less valid, and it's possible it's because gaming is still, at least here in the United States, or in the West, just overall, seen as something for kids, and games are silly and irreverent. So the idea of a game being more than just a game, I guess that can be sort of off-putting to some people. But I think this is phenomenal. And look, it's the whole family. And I think this is the kind of thing I'd like to see gaming move into. Not that I hope bad things happen to people, but I think channeling it through a medium like this is a beautiful thing. And I hope I hope people take inspiration from this whenever disaster strikes, or whenever they're depressed, whenever life feels a little too heavy. And if you have the capability of putting something together like this, maybe use that to, move on out. Wow, that's a lot of Kickstarter backers. Let me guess, it's just gonna go, these are the A's. There's gotta be a way. Okay, I can just pause. Alright, I'm just gonna go to the main menu. I don't really have too much else to say about this. I don't want to repeat myself and become too wordy at the end. I think I've got all my thoughts out. Let me know what you think, and maybe pick up a copy of it just to experience it for yourself. Like I said, I think this project deserves the money, even if it already got kickstarted and paid for, whatever. I think just this sort of thing deserves support. So okay, it's gonna be a little less depressing from here on out, but not necessarily depressing. I think it was also very heartening to see that you can come out on the other side okay. But all right, I'll stop talking for now. But till next time, SGD out.